Hey Machinima, I'm Subliminal Bomb, and today I'm bringing you a Domination game on Highrise. This is in the team tactical game type, which means it's a 4 versus 4, and I'm using the AK-47. Now, most people don't use the AK-47 because you don't get it until level 70, but since I'm level 70 on my ninth prestige and I don't plan on going to 10th, I thought I'd try it out, and I got a pretty decent game for you. Um, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about objectives and how people who don't go for them are fat cunts. So, if you're playing an objective game, you should be going for the objectives. You shouldn't be going for kills and kill streaks. And that's why I think the kill streaks in this game are a problem. Like, people who are so obsessed with getting these kill streaks will blindly just go into a game type where they can get the most kills and not care about the objective at all and not do anything. Like, that's bullcrap. You shouldn't be allowed to do that. Um, I think the map Highrise is pretty limited to what you can use on it. Like if you want to use an SMG, it's pretty hard. You basically have to take like the underground route to get to that range where SMGs are effective. I normally use SMGs, but as I said, I thought I'd try the AK this game, and I ended up doing pretty well with it. Another annoying thing about this map is the spawn camping. As you can see here, I'm just watching these guys spawn, and I can acknowledge that that's not fair. Like, that's pretty ridiculous. But at least I don't use the danger close pro pipe class. Pro pipe's another name for noob tube. Noob tube. AIDS, nades. Any of those good old names. The grenade launcher, that nasty little bitch that you put on the bottom of your gun. Anyway, if you, for those of you who didn't know, Domination is basically like territories in Halo 3. Probably not helpful because most people who watch Call of Duty don't give a shit about Halo. So that means that you have to capture the territories or flags by standing on them, and it takes a certain amount of time to capture them. And you'll get points for a certain amount of seconds, and it'll go up as you can see in the bottom left. And this game I'm using Predator, Harrier, Pavlo, which I normally do, and that's because it's really like easy. Once you get a Predator, you just can move to the next one. So like, I think it's pretty important to use kill streaks if you're going to be going for high kill streaks that'll get you to your next kill streak, unless you're like a really great player and you can support yourself. But for example, the Predator can usually get you the kills you need for the Harrier, which can get you the kills you need for the Pavlo. But I mean, if you're a talented enough player, like some people are, to get those kills, like let's say you want to use UAV, care package, and AC-130, just putting it out there. That's kind of ridiculous, but like, if you have the ability to use that UAV to get yourself an AC-130, I say go for it, because UAV is a great kill streak, but like, it's only at 3, and it's a really big gap from that to 11. As you can see, I'm using kind of a ridiculous secondary here, like the Akimbo Desert Eagles. I wanted to pretend to be James Bond for a bit, made me feel cool. But like, I really like the Akimbo handguns in general because they got a lot of firepower and good mobility. Take them out fast. I mean, it's just good stuff. So Deagles, like I don't know, they're kind of like the worst handgun, but they look really badass. I normally like using the M9s just because they're like overall balanced, accurate, good fire rate. Not as badass looking as the Deagles, but they get the job done. And like Magnums are pretty sick too, but the clip's too small. Yeah, there you go, right there. Look at that. Look at that. I bet that guy's embarrassed now. Anyway, I am using the red dot AK because I hadn't unlocked anything else yet. And I'm playing with my friends here, and I want to talk about that because that's pretty important aspect to the game. If you play with your friends, I guarantee. Well, I don't give you my personal guarantee, but if they're good players and like they'll cooperate, you will almost 100% of the time do better than if you were playing with randoms, and that's just like people you don't know on Xbox. But like, you'd be surprised how much of a difference it makes, whether it's like communicating for the objective or having one guy use one gun so it like works well with the other guns. For example, let's say I get my friend to use the Stinger to take care of the air, like the air stuff, the flying shit, and like one guy's using the SMG for the close range, one's an assault rifle. You get the idea, but like it'll turn out to be really useful. You'll see. Scrambler. Look at that, getting scrambled. I think that's a pretty bad perk. unless you're trying to attract attention and die. Then it's a great perk, like, you will do well. There's a good tip that I just displayed right there. I think that it's pretty important to know, like, some tricks in this game. For example, in the middle of reloading, if you hit Y and, like, quick procession twice, like, Y, then then you'll be able to stop reloading and shoot, which can be really useful. Also, what works is running, which, if you're fast enough, I guess that will work. And also, what's it called? Knifing, but that's like the slowest of all of them, so I don't really recommend that. I think YY is the fastest if you got good reflexes. Um, Camping and rushing. I mean, like, if you're a camper, get off the game. Like, what are you doing? This is a video game. You shouldn't be spending your time sitting in one spot. You should be having fun. And you also shouldn't open a laptop case when there's a terrorist standing in front of you. But anyways, like, rushing is what this game is about. Like, it's what it should be about, at least, because that's what makes it fun, you know? Charging their spawn, dodging bullets, being cool. That's what makes this game so fun for people. And if you're, like, sitting behind a little crate, giggling to yourself about how you got, like, a 3-kill streak with your ACR, like, that's not good. No, stop, please, because you're making this game worse for everyone. Especially those of you who use the Danger Close Pro Pipe class. Unacceptable. Stop that. If you're wondering why in the top right the call signs are a little stupid, we decided we would make matching call signs or something this game. And if you had noticed, the only thing that's been killing me so far is this bastard with the burst gun. Now, I'm not going to hate on all you guys who like the burst guns. No, actually, I kind of am. I guess they're alright for marksman. It's not really my favorite kind of a gun, but I think it's kind of cheap, I guess. But they put it in the game, and I guess you're just taking advantage of it. But I mean, it's kind of an unfair advantage over, like, people who are using SMGs. I guess that's the same with all assault rifles, though. Look at that pro pipe. But I mean, if you compare an SMG to an assault rifle, they both have their advantages, but an assault rifle has many more advantages. For Domination, I think that spawn camping is kind of a vital part. Like, people really whine a lot about spawn camping, but it's kind of what makes the Domination game type work. For example, if you lock down A, B, or C, B, you trap them at the other point, the one that you don't have locked down, and you can keep them in there, and you're gaining 2 points every certain amount of seconds, and they're gaining 1, and you're also getting plenty of kills. So you're not really losing anything there, except for the fact that they quit a lot, and as you'll see throughout this game, they do quit a lot. I think it's pretty important to take advantage of your radar. Like, it's there for a reason. Like, just look up there in the top left, you'll see some red dots. Go towards them. I mean, if you're a confident player, you'll accomplish a lot more. I mean, if you look at my channel, I kind of have, like, rush tutorials, and I have these tips already, but for those of you who aren't familiar with me yet, I think that it's pretty important to pay attention to the game. For example, game volume, game radar, all that is there for a reason, and it's very, very, very useful. If you're listening to music while you're playing the game, though it may get you in a better mood to play, like, pump you up, you won't be able to hear that guy coming up behind you that's not using Ninja. And you won't be able to hear the fact that there's an ACR guy in the next hall as opposed to a MP5K guy, and that's a whole different scenario. Like, I think it's pretty important to get to know the gun sounds and all that good jazz. I like Team Tactical a lot just because of the tactical aspect of it. Like, you're able to play with your friends in a small team and fight another small team, as opposed to fighting 6 people all sitting in their window with camping classes. I think that, however unfortunate it may be, the game comes to an end here as I receive my Pavlone Harrier, but I mean, that's not really what it's about. So I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my first post. Alright, see you guys.